Say that again?
I think it's pretty good. As a seasoned welder, I've never seen better.
You have no trouble talking about who you are and what Rite Way is and the kind of company that you are and the person. So I'll hand the floor over to you to kind of do an introduction of Rite Way and who you guys are.
Yeah. Rite Way Conveyors is a manufacturer of conveyor material handling equipment. We do work for FedEx, UPS, Amazon, DHL. Those are the big customers, but we also do smaller conveyor systems for like Surly Brewery. So we can do brewing companies. We are a faith-based company, so God comes first, and my employees are my family. The biggest challenge we face in manufacturing today is welders. There's such a fight and a pull. I know we're in the middle of a cornfield, but just down the road from here, there is a company that employs 400 people, and a lot of them are welders.
So you couldn't find welders. You're getting into stainless steel. What type of manufacturing do you do? Let's define it by volume. Or do you have bits and pieces and parts, widgets that you make that you have to make $1 million a year, 500,000 a year, or are you kind of into small batch type manufacturing?
A lot of the stuff we do is small batch manufacturing. There are a couple of standards that we do for FedEx ground. Such as circular bins and the feet for circular bins. And right now we're running 100 of them. I figured we'd be another 2 weeks out before we started using the robot for production. And we started yesterday doing these feet production wise. You guys left on Thursday. Friday was a holiday. Monday, the operator fiddled around with it some, and Tuesday he started running production.
Right. So essentially, your operator, welder, your programmer, person teaching the system had maybe 2 days on it on their own before they were making production parts. Would that be a fair?
2 days is being very generous. I would say less than that on his own.
On his own, okay, yeah. So less than 2 days on his own, and whatever that time frame is meaningless. That number alone, to people that understand this, is so. How many weeks did you send your guys away for training, right? Where they had to go to higher BotX or Universal Robots facility to get trained on how to use it? Zero. So there's no cost to you for off-site training at all.
Correct.
There's a lot of companies out there just like you, right, that might have some fear of automation because they hear a lot of horror stories or see friendly companies that they know and have seen automation projects fail. What would you say to them, right, in terms of any fears that you might have had or still have around automation and how the process, not just the equipment, but the whole process of bringing in BotX, what would you say to them?
So before we came down and met with you guys, we talked over the phone and we talked about your programming, and I'm like, yeah, right, I got to see this. And so we came down to see you guys, and you didn't just walk the walk, you talked the talk, or you didn't just talk the talk, you walked the walk. And so for coming down there and seeing how simple the program is to use, just made a world of difference, because I've seen your other types of robots that you have to program, and that can get very complicated. And I know the young man that's out there right now running the robot, he would never want anything to do with the CNC type programming. I mean, you guys say it's a very easy operator friendly type program, and it definitely is. And that's probably the key. Even if there were other companies out there that did rent robots, I would have still chose you guys due to the ease of the software. You have a table sitting at your shop that you will go out and do exactly the same program that we're doing, and you'll be able to help tell us why it's not doing what we need it to do, or how to make it so that it does it better. I don't know where this is going to bring us to in the future. I don't know. I don't have those answers. I'm in the here and now, and we like what it's doing. Um, the price was a feasible price for us to be able to do it. Um, didn't see really any other companies out there that could offer a rental to see if this would even work, that has the simplicity of the program that is running it. And that's what's huge. That's a huge part, because you can bring, you know, a different robot welder in here. But again, it's the CNC programming that you're going to have, and the training. And by the time you get all of that done, you're not going to have much time in using the robot before you have to make a decision on if you want to move forward or not. So,
And in the traditional world, they don't even let you really rent it. I'm not aware. I could be wrong. So if there's a company out there, I'm sure they'll beat us up on social media. But for the most part, they're asking you to write a check to be convinced that this is going to work for you in your production, and then write the check for it before you do the training, before you go and do all that stuff. So they might take some parts and bring it to their lab and weld it and hand you the parts and say, we did this, here's a video, right? And that's to kind of lower the barrier or de-risk it. But at the same point in time, they're still asking you to write that big check before you get it on your facility's floor. So what I hear you saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is that ability to have that 3-month rental, verify that it works for you, your production, and your type of manufacturing. It's huge. It's a minor investment to ensure that the overall larger investment is going to be worth it in the end.
Yep.
So
Say that again.
I think it's pretty good. As a seasoned welder, I've never seen better.